Hello everyone, my name is Binks and welcome back to Let's Play the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, where we'll be continuing in the fourth case of the game. Alright, let's head on out. We are going to see Sherlock, right? Okay. We're back.
Hello, you two. I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all.
Ah, so that's what the delicious smell is. Oh my god. Oh, from one extreme to another. Wow, that is very bright. I mean, I like blue and I don't mind it. Blue hair, but that's a little too much. I think it doesn't look right. Like if it had like maybe a darker tone to it, maybe it'd look a little better or some shading or something, but it's just way too bright. Now you look like an anime character. Now it looks like somebody with Photoshop just like me. Like that's something that I would do. Like yeah. Oh, bro. Oh boy. What happened? Did you try to go Super Saiyan? What's going on, Sherlock? Greetings, my dear fellows. You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Um, hello, Mr. Holmes.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Oh my god. Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. It turns out that it may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh my.
Pray tell me, what of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information? Oh, yes, something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't. But still, we discovered that.
Holmes! Oh, what happened? Oh, Gina. What happened? Drop everything, Holmes. This is more important. Gina? Oh, what's wrong? You look upset. Is it Toby? I don't see Toby with you. Are you okay? Uh, I don't believe it.
What's happened?
Clearly a very grave matter indeed. For Mr. Strode made no mention of my hair whatsoever.
It's. It's the boss.
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson? What happened? Is that why we haven't seen him around? I mean, it's still early, but... Oh no! What? What? Oh. Oh no. Oh no! I mean, he's not... Oh, wow. Okay. I was not expecting this. Shoot. Is it because of the Reaper? Like, because he became her, like, parent figure almost, like her guardian, and he was saying how he wanted to move and take her to, was it France or something? He wanted to take her elsewhere, like out of the country. So the Reaper targeted him instead of her? I don't know. Oh no. Oh, that's terrible. I mean, he's not my favorite character, but I still feel bad. Especially for Gina. Oh, that's so sad. Damn. I really didn't see it coming. Like, I didn't have, like, other than him not appearing and them being like, oh, where is he or whatever, like, there wasn't much foreshadowing or death flags going on, I guess, other than him wanting to leave with her. That was the biggest death flag. But, like, there was nothing else really building up to it that made it obvious, which that's pretty good. That, you got me. Damn. Damn. The boss is, he's, he's dead. What? They they just found his body, shot with a pistol. What? But but Inspector Gregson? He was murdered?
No, not Grexy.
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story. Oh, poor Gina. Oh, you poor thing. Oh, this is terrible. Wow, this is this gonna tie in to what we were investigating? The missing guy? Because, now this is gonna be our priority, so I don't know. Wow, what a mess. Unless this becomes our priority and like everything else gets put to the side for case 5, which makes sense because that's more professor stuff, so but that's interesting. Interesting. Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was. He was really shot? I don't know much about what happened myself yet. They're still there, investigating the scene. Where did this take place? A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street. The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. He was perhaps investigating a case then. The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there.
Oh, how strange.
Someone call him out there?
The boss was. He was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was gonna show him. I was gonna show him I've become a proper detective. Oh, Jenny.
Oh. Getting me all sad. So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They got him already.
Already? They've caught the shooter so soon?
A witness reported something was going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him.
Who? What awful person did this? Wait, if they caught the person, then she wouldn't show up here, right? That means it's somebody who she thinks is innocent? Right? Because she probably wants... Unless she... Did she just... No, because she told them to drop everything. This is more important. So that means she doesn't believe that whoever they were arrested actually did it. That's probably what it is. Yeah.
I still can't believe it myself.
Gina?
It was the Reaper.
Oh? Did they know it was the Reaper finally? They identified the Reaper, or... You don't mean... Hold on. You mean... Yeah, me and Reason I was scared, like, wait, you mean him? Because, you know, he's not really the Reaper, but I know they call him that, so... Wait, please clarify. Wait a minute, you don't mean... They've arrested Lord Von Zieks for it? Holy shit, he really is becoming Edgeworth. Oh my god, don't tell me he was the dumbass who picked up the gun. Oh my god, no. Lord Von Zieks, you picked up the gun just in time for somebody to see you holding it or some shit. Oh my gosh, please tell me no. Please tell me no. Oh, of course he has to. Now he gets a turn. Now he gets to see what all the people he's prosecuted have experienced. Now you get to be the damsel in distress. Okay. Okay. I see where you're going with this game. Wait, but if he's gonna be the defendant when we need a prosecutor, I don't think, what's his name, Strongheart can do that, because I don't think he's a lawyer, technically, right? I don't think so. I don't know. But the only person I can think of would be, Kazuma? But no, he was just his assistant. And he never actually, well, did he actually, he became a lawyer. Can he? I mean, I don't know. I'm confused. I have to see what's gonna happen. I'm trying to think of who they would put in the position of doing the prosecuting here then. Oh gosh, this is crazy. This has become crazy.
That's right. That Reaper bloke's gone and shot the boss.
No, Lord Von Zieks? Yeesh. You really believe it? Come on, Gina. You know he didn't do it. I mean, he's kind of a jerk, but he's not a killer. Are you quite sure, Miss Lestrade? It's Baroque Von Zieks the police have arrested.
I saw him with my own eyes in the interview room at the yard.
I don't believe it.
But there were witnesses, and they're all saying it was him.
So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? Oh boy.
They heard the gunshot, apparently. And when our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and that Reaper bloke in the room.
But there's no way Lord Von Zieks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. Aw, she looks so sad. Thank you for informing us, Miss Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry.
What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come and all, as soon as you can. You've got to help.
Oh. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot has unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves. Mr. Holmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, How could I let this happen to Gregson? To Gregson? Aww. Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later, then. Inspector Gregson, dead, and Lord Von Zieks arrested.
Reno, Susie, I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside.
Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Sato?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Vacation. Oh, whenever we go... okay, Oh, so he... I think he said he wanted us to go to the prison first? Or do we have to go to Fresno Street first? Or does it not matter? I think he wanted us to go to the prison first, right? Even though this one has the exclamation. The prison cell where the defendant, Lord Von Zieks, is being held. It's quiet, blah blah blah, and the light from the candles dim, but there's little chance of sleeping. Lord Von Zieks has been arrested. What on earth is happening? Now let's just go talk to him first. Before we show up at the crime scene, I guess. Oh, that's pretty dim, alright. November 1st, local prison cell 1. There he is. Lord Von Zieks behind bars.
So it's true. He really was arrested.
He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Von Zieks. Fancy meeting you here. He's still cool, calm, and collected as ever. The last place on Earth I'd like to be. With the last person on Earth I'd like to see. Hey, be nice. I thought we were friendly now. I couldn't very well not come. We heard what happened. That Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you.
But... Forgive me, Lord Von Zieks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please.
There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This. The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with the suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance.
Oh, who might that be?
Someone you know, as it happens. Albert Harebrain.
Oh, you mean your boyfriend?
Of course, yes. I keep forgetting they went to the same university. And I would like to read my correspondence in peace. So let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know? Strange. I mean, let's face it, Lord Von Zieks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow. Well, considering his position, right? He's in a tricky one right now. What's going on, man? What's new? Be like, nothing is new. So what happened?
What had happened, son?
Can you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Von Zieks? What happened? How much do you already know?
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street.
And that you were found there by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested.
We were told that there was nobody else in the room and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed.
and there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
But the gunshot. Obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise, however. Before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So, can you at least tell us what led to you being there, why you were there, all that kind of stuff?
So he doesn't actually know what happened.
If I might ask, what were you doing in that place to begin with? Thank you, Susato.
I don't need to answer that.
Uh-oh. So then, you're being a little cagey. Some kind of secret going on here.
Oh,
After all, you're not representing me.
he is going to need a lawyer, though.
What, you're gonna represent yourself? Your defense.
Who is going to be representing you in court, Lord Von Zieks?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
Ah.
Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as yet?
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
But this is different.
In my career, of all the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole.
But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I had the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that?
Okay.
After the trial, Professor Harebrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail. It's a relief, I must say. He should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper.
Because the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad, you mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So, Professor Harebrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is.
Well, that's good, at least.
So, it appears our conversation has run dry.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you.
You can't force us to leave. You're stuck there. You can't leave yourself, so we could just keep talking to you as long as we want. I mean, he won't necessarily have to reply, but...
I was wondering, Lord Von Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
He said no earlier.
You do trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people. So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly.
It's a very gracious offer. However, I trust no one.
Oh, wow.
What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you, Nipponese.
But please.
I have no intention of engaging your services.
Then how are we gonna find out the truth for you? You just gonna let him be unavenged? Like, no one will solve the murder?
The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems.
I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time.
Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper and find out more about Lord Von Zieks and what happened to Inspector Gregson.
I guess so. I mean, makes sense, right? Ah, this is where Inspector Gregson was killed. We must investigate at once. The scene of the crime. A hidden room accessed from a small alley off Fresno Street in a quiet part of London. Hmm. Interesting.
This really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way down this back street. So this dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened, then.
So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life.
Yes. And the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. I don't see Mr. Holmes anywhere, though.
Is that a red wig? That's sus.
Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere.
Oi! What do you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers has gotta be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked, and don't forget to look inside the chimney stack too. Blimey, ain't you lot never gone over an house looking for dough when the owners are out of town?
Gina's obviously got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt.
Oh, so you turned up at last? Mind you, I ain't been here long myself.
Hello again, Gina.
Holmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that. He went prancing around in here, pointing at stuff and flicking that at of his, and then scuppered. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah, he didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too?
Listen, Otto. You're a lawyer, right?
Yes? Why?
Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are ya?
Oh, poor Gina. She's never going to forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, if Lord Von Zieks really is responsible for this crime, he will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Otto. Get investigating. I want to know the truth about what really happened here.
Thank you, Gina.
I mean, if anybody should have faith in us right now, it should be her, right? This looks like some sort of notice board or something.
It's absolutely covered in scraps of paper.
Ah, Mr. Naruhodo, look!
This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it? And these are case notes here. And details of prison inmates? Yes, in fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room? Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah! And this one here! Oh yes, the advertisement you mean. To the Red-Headed League.
Uh-huh.
But why? What's that doing here? Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason.
I knew that was gonna be important. Ghouls. Ghouls, ghouls. That's kind of weird there. Fireplace itself?
An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it? It's thick with dust. Look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time. In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather. Or nobody lived here at all, and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely. No, that's right. It's one or the other. Oh, it's a photograph stand. I suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members? What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head. They are! Look! Mr. Nadahodo, quickly!
Oh! This is not Gregson's room. This must be where her husband has been. So how would he have access? Unless he's working with Gregson? I'm still wondering about like how he's been making money, what he's been up to, you know? Has he been hired as like a private investigator or something? Maybe they were working with Von Zieks and that's why Von Zieks showed up there? Like off the books, like they were investigating something? Maybe they were trying to figure out who the Reaper was. And now the Reaper got them? I don't know. Interesting. So he is connected. Why do I feel like this woman is familiar somehow? Ryunosuke, come on.
Of course she's familiar! We met her only this morning, you idiot! It's Mrs. Vigil. This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here? To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped. I'm sorry to say, I have no idea either.
Come on, it's not that hard. Smiling Mrs. Vigil in her younger years, yeah. She does look a little younger. Nothing else here? Oh, the guy.
Excuse me.
Oh, Inspector. Oh, sir. Oh, Inspector. Oh, sir. Oh, okay, he's upset.
Poor man. He can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset.
Aw, they're sad over his death. That's sad. Why do these candles have different lengths? That's kind of weird.
The top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off.
Yes, there's wax spattered on the wall behind. Look, huh?
I suppose if a bullet had hit it.
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle. Having first passed through the inspector's body.
Ugh, now that wax on the wall looks like blood to me.
Candelabrum from the wall of the room on Fresno Street where the inspector was found dead. The top of one of the candles appears to have been blown off. Interesting. The windows.
Somebody's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? You couldn't even really call it a window anymore.
Well, If you remember the window in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one does at least still let in some light. Wait, what was she saying? Let in some light, so you could say... You could say nothing more about it. I'm starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. Excuse me.
If you're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector, don't worry. We looked after things at the yard.
I've interrupted some deep thoughts there. So you're not even doing your job. You're not even actually inspecting or looking around. Look at the toys. Oh, what's this? It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it? In a way. Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson? It's a little hard to imagine Lord Fonseek's playing with something like this. He did have little figures and stuff when he had that model. But not for playing, but I'm sure he had it for some reason, right? For the Great Exhibition, but I don't think he would have brought it here. It's strange. It's only about 8 centimeters tall. Could have fallen out of someone's pocket, I suppose. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case. Yes, I agree. It is rather delightful, after all. In a way. Weird. So suppose this is where the victim... That's right. The rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found. Poor Inspector Gregson himself has already been taken away. Would probably be under Dr. Scythe's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. In the shape of the rope, it would appear that the inspector was curled up in a ball. Strange. Maybe the pain of the gunshot? That's why he did that subconsciously? Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo? You look like you've just seen a ghost. I know, it's just a rope, but, well, conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that bloodstain next to it. Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can be even worse than reality. Sato-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Ever since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing. Yeah. Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is! It is! A bright red hairpiece. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, does it? And in such a flame-colored red, too. Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it? And he always had his hat on, didn't he? Did we ever see him with his hat off? I don't remember. Exactly. This is a vital clue. I'm sure of it. Okay. Nothing else about the actual blood stain, right? Let's look at the gun. This is presumably the murder weapon, then. Oh my. It is real, I suppose. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan, and you really know very little about them. There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. Fire a shot. No. No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer just to ask someone who might know, I think. Okay. Probably best to avoid handling it, yeah. Excuse me.
Sorry, sir. Can't see a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir.
Right, perhaps I'd better leave you to your work then. We done in here? Feels like it. Okay, I think the only thing then would be to talk to her, but I think we'll do that in the next episode. I don't know how long this episode's gonna be because I had to stop in the middle. It might be pretty shorter one than usual, but that's alright. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you're enjoying this, and until next time, have a nice day. Bye-bye.